Olainka, Lucic, and Ivanic, not in that order, were the goal scorers today for Red Star as they defeated Fenerbahçe 3-1 in the last match of a friendly tournament heading into the regular season, I guess if you want to call it. Extremely impressive again today. Fenerbahçe probably, I think Zenit was maybe a little bit better than Fenerbahçe in terms of how they played. But still a huge win against a team from a very good league, a team that finished second last season. Red Star getting off to a quick start, scoring, I think it was like 20 seconds into the match where Crasso completely turned the defender inside out, sent the ball over to Olainka, who's worked extremely hard during this entire tournament, hasn't been able to score, just hasn't been able to capitalize on his chances, and he put it away in the first minute. Like I said, it's always a good start when you could score in the first minute. And it was pretty much pedal to the metal from then on out. Not much from Fenerbahçe in the first half. In the 45th minute, Popovic had a great stop on Batshuayi, I believe it was. Popovic just kind of came out of nowhere and dove and stopped the ball as he went to his right side. Outstanding stop, and that was at 2-0. So right before that, Ivanic had scored his goal off I think it was a Crasso cross as well, actually, he was involved in that goal as well. Olainka headed it over, and then Ivanic just kind of slotted into the open net. But excellent first half, excellent, I would say, 60 to 62 minutes in terms of chances created. I think Stefan Mitrovic, this match wasn't, I don't want to say he wasn't that great, but a lot of the attacking wasn't basically done through his side. I think Bukhari was heavily involved in the first half, more so than any of the other two matches. Where he was a menace. He played, I guess, right wing back this match. I think Bahar is just trying to test out to see what can work. And I mean, when he gets the ball at that right position, he kind of just speeds by everyone else. Dzeko, whenever you can hold Dzeko to, one shot on target, you're doing something right. So this was his first match for Fenerbahçe as well after coming over from Inter Milan. So I think if I had to pick a standout from the first half, it would probably be Bukhari, because he was just, and obviously Crasso for the 2 assists, but Bukhari was like in the middle of everything. And the way that Bukhari, Crasso, and Olainka played together, you would think that they've been on the same team for 5-6 years. Everything clicks so very easily. From set pieces, we've seen some things from set pieces, some little trick plays that we haven't had previously, but there's a lot of experimenting going on, and this is what I like. This is as important as it is to win even friendly matches. I think it's a very important experiment to see what you have in these players, especially the young players who played in the second half. Lucic, great for him to score, I think, his second goal of this, of all the preseason matches, not just this tournament. Šljivić also with his passing has been very good. Like his IQ, you can tell he's a high IQ player. Stamenic, I think, was the standout of this entire tournament. If I had to pick one player, I think he's so solid in the midfield as a defensive midfield where he can control everything, and he can really get a tackle in as well, and he's not afraid to go back to the defenders and have them kind of start to play as well. Interestingly enough, I think all three matches, it was the same back three of Dragovic, Rakovic, Mijalovic, which begs the question, is Mijalovic going to stay in that position? We've heard some things about Miloš Degenek possibly coming back. I honestly wouldn't mess with this right now. Mijalovic hasn't played a foot wrong in any of the matches, so I don't think he really deserves to be taken out of that role. And I understand Degenek coming back for, I guess, the third time now. He's become a fan favorite of the club. I just wouldn't take Mijalovic out of there. And I think once the real season rolls around, the real question is going to be who is going to partner Stamenic in the midfield. I think as of right now, it's Ivanic. You can take a look at this lineup. I think it was a 3-4-1-2 today, if you want to call it that. It could be a 3-4-3. So, who's kind of that player that's partnering Stamenic there. Like I said, I think for now it's Ivanic he's kind of resurrected his career. That's not saying that he was bad last season, but he's done really well in this preseason tournament. Like I said, Stamenic for me has been the standout of this entire tournament that took place in Russia. So he's been excellent and better than advertised. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, as a 20-year-old who hasn't played a lot of minutes and a lot of matches at club level, you really don't know what to expect. So I think he's been excellent. Mitrovic again is a player I pointed out as well, who has kind of resurrected himself. But like I've been really impressed with the newcomers who have come along, especially Kraso and Olainka, who have just stepped in, and Glazer as well in goal, who he obviously didn't play today, but just been very impressed with how they played. And Fenerbahçe is a quality side, and they were able to pretty much shut down anything and everything that Fenerbahçe threw at them. They got that one goal in the 80th, I believe, first minute that Joao Pedro scored. Apart from that, it was pretty silent, pretty quiet from Fenerbahçe, and Red Star just did an excellent job of controlling the match and creating chances. That pressure wasn't as high as it was against Karabag and Zenit, but it was still there at certain moments in the match. I think it's Bahar trying to do a little something different, because once you show that you have a blueprint for the first two matches, then it's kind of the adjustments that you make. And I think Bahar did that a little bit, and I think he knew exactly what he was doing with that. I think that was a part of the plan, not to send out everyone to kind of pressure. And Olainka is incredible with his pressures. That's one thing I'll say. And getting the ball back in the opponent's third, I think he's done an incredible job with that. Kraso has as well. Ivanic did a good job today as well, and Bukhari as well. So everyone was kind of involved in that. Like I said, 3 matches, 3 wins. What more can you ask for? Still have TSC coming up from the Serbian Domestic League, and then Fiorentina at the end of July, I believe, July 26th. That's going to be a huge match. Can't wait for that one. I'm really looking forward to that match against Fiorentina, club from the Serie A's top flight, finalist for the Conference League, and I believe they're a finalist of the Coppa Italia. So I'm looking forward to that match as well. Drop your comments below if you guys have any questions, or how do you guys think the team did? Maybe some of the strengths, weaknesses. I think the one weakness I was point out is we could have scored, I think, a lot more goals, and I think that's going to come when guys kind of get their feet under them a little bit more. And again, these are just friendlies, so yeah, I'm looking to see when everyone is hitting their full stride.